Hello, today we're going to learn about how to use Adobe Spark suites. And the very first thing we're going to do is to go to the website spark.adobe.com. And as soon as you have gone to the website, you're going to here on the top right and click Login and continue with Google. And you can sign in with your Google account. I've already registered, so I won't see a pop-up window, but you might see one that pops up and asks you for your birthday. I put in my real birthday in case there's an age minimum requirement. I don't think that should be any other reason than that. But you can also uncheck the box if you don't want to receive their newsletter. And once you're done, then you can continue and click here. So for this video, we're just going to create a new video, and whatever you want to create, you go up here to the top, the plus button, and you click. And so today we're going to create a new video. All right, so this is my sample, so I'm just going to name it 中国, which means China. And there are some templates that you can work with. And I prefer doing this just so there's already a structure that's laid out for me. And you don't have to follow the template specifically, but it's just nice to have something to work with. If you want to make up your own, you can start from scratch. But I'm going to use a template, and I'm going to use the show and tell template. One of the great things about Adobe Spark is that it's really great for teachers and for students. So whether you're presenting something to the class or you want the students to create a project individually or in pairs and groups, it's great for that. So here, the pop-up books will show you some quick tips to get started. I may want to save this for later, so I'm not going to click this box. I'll leave it unchecked. But I do want to get started, so I'm going to click OK, I'm ready. All right, so because this was a template, you'll notice that down here, there are already some slides for you. If you ever want to get rid of a slide, you can right-click over here. You can click over where the three dots are, and you can click delete. Yes, delete slide. So I'll delete all these slides. If you don't delete the slides, nothing shows up, but it just stays blank when you present the video. All right. So here, I will show you a few different ways we can add the slide. Also, if you just want to add a blank slide, you can always click here, the plus sign. So for adding a video, you can just click here and you can upload something from your desktop. Okay, like so. Or I can just do a text because maybe I want this to be my introduction slide. So I'll go with 你好, which means hello. What's really cool about Adobe Spark is each slide, there's actually a maximum of time for you to speak. So you can only speak here up to 30 seconds. If you want it to be longer, you can always continue with the next slide to record more, but 30 seconds is the limit. And you'd be surprised at actually how much you can say in just 30 seconds. So for the introductory slide, I'm just going to go here to record a very quick message as the greeting. The very first time that you click this microphone button, you may see a pop-up video over here where Chrome is asking you to allow it to access your microphone. So you can just click allow, and that will be the first and last time you will see the pop-up box. By the way, Chrome is the preferred user for this, so I don't think that it would work if you were using Firefox or Internet Explorer or Safari. It may not work, but for sure Chrome will work. And Adobe Spark is also available as a free app on the iPad and on iPhones. So when you record, all you need to do is to click the microphone button and hold down as you are speaking. 你好. Hello. Okay, and you can record again as many times as you want, so I can play that back. 你好. Hello. If you notice, there was some background music. So that comes automatically with your slideshow. But if you want to make sure that you hear the students and not their background music, or if the students think that it's distracting, you can always come here to music and turn the music off. So if I record again now, 你好,你好, then you won't hear the background music anymore. It is nice though sometimes to have the background music for certain presentations, especially because you can add your own music in the background, or you can use these instrumental sounds that is already from Adobe Spark. So for example, so this way, if you or your students wanted to, they can speak as there is music in the background. All right, so I'll leave this on for now. I may turn it off later if I choose to. So next, this slide, I want to add a photo. And there are several ways to find a photo. You can upload your own, or you can go to their source, which is actually really pretty photos, and most of them are very appropriate. So for example, if I search 中国, it does give me several results from Flickr and Pixabay, and as you notice, these are very beautiful photos, but you do need to sort through them to make sure that they're culturally authentic. So for example, I will choose this picture of Shanghai. And if I want to, I can add something else to here. So for example, I can add the text and I can type in Shanghai. And I can, again, record something if I want to onto this slide. I know that for sure the English font can have, the English text can have different fonts, but Chinese is usually just limited to looking like this, right? Now the left side, maybe I want to add an icon. You don't have to worry about this for the most part because they are just small images, maybe for the first or last slide. So for example, when I typed in 中国, these icons came up, but if I type China, then I can find some icons that look really cool, like this icon that has the flag of China, but like almost like a landmark symbol. So you can use this, I think, students, if they need to for their presentations, but for the most part, the icon is not very necessary. So I will just delete it. And I will delete this slide because I don't need it. Okay. As you notice, if I want to duplicate a slide, I can also do that by clicking the three dots again over here and click duplicate. Now I want to delete it again, and yes, delete slide. For the credits, what's really cool is if you use their photos from their archives, then they credit the photos for you so that you don't have to worry about copyrights at all. If I uploaded my own photos, then this would just be blank and I would have to add my own credits if I want to give credit to someone. And also at the very end, this will show up because this is a free account. If it were a pay account, one of the benefits is that you can get rid of these messages that say me with Adobe Spark, but it's not very distracting, so it should be okay. So now I want to preview this, and I'll click preview. 你好. And when I'm done, I can click share. The important thing with sharing is, well, first of all, if you want the students to actually download the video and to share that with you, they can. They can click download over here. It would take a few more seconds. Or right here, they can put in the details, the title, subtitle, the author. My name is already there, so the student's name will also automatically show up when they sign in with their Google account. If you would like the students to be featured on the Adobe Spark website, you can have them just keep this button on. If you want to keep every project private, then you can feel free to click off so that no one else would be able to see that. What's also important is that you pick a category. So just pick education, and then you can create the link. I would suggest creating the link so that you can just access it very easily, because if you have the students download the video, it may take up a lot of storage space and then also take time, because downloading the video would take longer than creating the slide. So here is the shareable link, which students can just copy and email. Or if suddenly you or the student decide that you want to change the details again, then you can go back, edit details, and change the title or the author over here. Right? So that was how you create a video for Adobe Spark. And if I am in the middle of editing and I want to go back to my project later on, usually the home button is right here. When you click, see how it changes the color. And my video is right here. This is my project. Okay, so over here, if I want to now delete this video, then I can click here. Or if I want to rename the video unpublished so that no one can see it, then I can do that. Or if I want to delete it, then I can delete it. Unfortunately, with this particular platform, students can only have this one video or one project at a time from their own account. So if students want to work in groups or in pairs, you do have to have only one account that they're working with, unless they duplicate it and then share that link with their partner or their group members, then they can work on it separately. But for the most part, I would just suggest switching the laptops between the students so that they all take turns to create it. Otherwise, you can't really work all together in real time for all of the people if it is a group project. And that is how you create a video from Adobe Spark.